This is the School Success Podcast, a podcast for school leaders to learn from other school leaders what's working and what's not, and to get inspiration and encouragement, as well as strategies to grow school enrollment, connect with families, retain teachers, recruit teachers, and everything in between. You guys are heroes, and I cannot thank you enough for pouring into this next generation that's coming behind us. My goal is you will take at least one thing away from every episode that you can take back to your school to make it better than it is right now. Please enjoy the School Success Podcast. This podcast is brought to you by the Herzog Foundation.
Time for school.
Hey, School Success Makers. Welcome to another edition of the School Success Podcast. I'm your host, Mitchell Slater, and we're back for week 7 of 8 in our marketing and enrollment series. So if you have missed the last 6 weeks, we do encourage you, of course, to go back and listen to those. They don't build on each other, but they're all very helpful in this marketing and enrollment season that you guys are right in the middle of. Want to make sure you're not missing out, and something that potentially you change one thing and it gets you one new family, for instance. Could be potentially, if you have enrollment of $10,000 a year, could be a $10,000 thing you could switch by listening to a 10-minute podcast. So that's like $1,000 a minute, guys. So this is a big deal. All right. So go back, listen to each episode. I'm trying to make them quick so you guys can learn. But as a quick recap, just so you know what they were, of course, you can go read the titles of what they are. But week 1 was all about surveying families. If you guys are not currently doing that, please survey your families at least once a year so you know how you're doing as a school and you can improve in the areas you need to improve in. Second one is building a target persona of like, who is your target market, to know who should we be marketing to. Makes it a lot easier in what you're doing as marketing to who you should be targeting. So go listen to episode 2 for that. Episode 3, all about reviews, like Google reviews, Facebook reviews, even niche reviews. Very important because that's what people are reading. I know you guys do that on Amazon when you're buying products or looking for the next pizza place in the area. So they're doing the same thing for education. Big deal that you should not be ignoring is your online reviews. Number 4 is all about Me Too branding versus flanking, which is going, if a school offers this thing, we're going to offer the same thing too. And you kind of just blend in with all the other schools instead of standing out in what you offer to be unique. And that was about flanking. So that's episode 4. Make sure you're tuning in for that one. And then episode 5 is all about your website. So a lot of times, not your website, that was the next week. Talking about tuition on your website. If you should have your tuition visible or not visible on your website. We dive all into that one on that episode. And then last week, we dived into a ton of stuff inside of website, talking about, how you should explain yourself on the homepage of the website, if it passes the toddler test, we like to call it, if you should have a current families page, which you should. We dive into that really quickly. And then using the word accessible instead of affordable and having a clear call to action. There's a quick recap. If any of those pique your interest, those are the last 6 episodes. But for today specifically, we get really fun. We're talking about lead generation. And so this is, I love talking about this one. This is one of the things I see missed more often than not on a school's website or just their marketing in general. Hey, School Success Makers, Mitchell here. I just want to take a really quick break from the show to give a big, huge shout out to the Herzog Foundation. I absolutely love the Herzog Foundation. I've been friends and partners with them for a couple years now, but we're bringing it to a whole new level. And I'm excited to share that our very own School Success Podcast is now featured on the Herzog Foundation Podcast Network. The Herzog Foundation is a powerhouse of resources designed to support schools like yours, from free training events through the Herzog Foundation Institute to their incredible online news publication, The Lion, and of course, our new podcast, Home. They have everything you need to stay informed and inspired. And if you're dreaming of starting your own Christian school or co-op, don't miss their online course, Schoolbox. It's a fantastic resource to help you get started on the right foot. At School Success, we're proud to partner with the Herzog Foundation to bring you these valuable tools and insights. So visit herzogfoundation.com to explore all they have to offer. Trust me, you won't want to miss out on these amazing opportunities for growth and success. And I love all the people over there, and I know you guys will too. So please go check them out, and you won't be disappointed. Now, back to the show. They might market, they talk about themselves, they might run an ad campaign, they might do these things, but on their website, they have no lead generator. And you might go, all right, Mitchell, what's a lead generator? What is that? And I'm sure you guys are familiar with them because you've probably either seen them many times before on other sites or you've opted into one before. We'll go really simple to start off. If say you're on a website and it pops up and goes first order, get 15% off, give me your email and we'll give you 15% off your first order. that is technically a lead generator because you're giving your contact information in exchange for something from them. Now, of course, you guys could do that on your school if you want. Hey, enter your email and get 10% off tuition. I don't recommend that. I don't like when schools cheapen their tuition. I don't want them to do that. I'd rather you guys do something like offering to waive the application fee or the enrollment fee. If you were to do anything like that, focus on those. Please do not discount your tuition because you guys are doing a very important thing that I don't want you to cheapen. You guys are already doing amazing stuff, so let's not cheapen what you're doing. So again, if you wanted to do something like that, enrollment or application fee, that's actually not what I'm asking you guys to do. What I want you guys to do is have like an ebook, some type of resource, a free resource that you're going to give families, and all you're asking for in exchange is their email or their cell phone number to say, hey, would you like this free resource? If you enter your email, we're going to email it to you and get it over to you. Now, a couple ideas for you guys. This is going to be very specific to every school of what you guys want to do. Kind of what we've seen work the best for our clients when they implement this and start this on their site is something like, the 5 reasons why. Let's say you're a classical school, for instance, 5 reasons why a classical Christian education is the best foundation for your family. Boom, you write an ebook. And when I say ebook, I'm not talking 10,000 words here. I'm saying 1,000 words or less. Keep it really simple. Keep it short. All you're wanting is that person's contact information. That's what you're more worried about than anything. But you write this resource that talks about 5 reasons why. You can do that for any type of school that you guys are. 5 reasons why a Montessori education or a charter school or a whatever it is. You can make it your own thing, but you want to, again, add value in that resource. It could be, one of my other favorites is the 5 questions to ask a school before you enroll. And sometimes more general, and you're going, hey, here's 5 things you need to ask. And of course, here's what you do when you're writing that. It's 5 questions that you're like, man, if they ask us this, we know how to answer those questions and we're going to ace that test for them. And they're going to be like, wow, this school's awesome. So again, you want their contact information because here's what you're going to do once you add this lead generator to your website. You're going to use some software that's going to send up follow-ups. If you guys don't have a software, obviously, shameless plug here. We have a software called Zenrollment, which is enrollment with a Z at the beginning, zenrollment.com. You can check that out. It's a software you can use for running all of this on your website. There are other softwares out there as well that can do stuff similar to run these automations. But of course, we help clients set it up and use it so they don't have to learn it and do it on their own. But you want to have a software that when they download it, it's going to send the ebook to them. And then you want to write like a 3 to 5 email or text follow-up that automatically gets sent out to the person who is contacting your school. So they download this resource, the 5 questions to ask at a private school or school before you enroll. And then a couple days later, they're going to get an email or a text that automatically gets sent. That does not have to be manually done by the school. That is, hey, here's some information about our school, or here's a couple questions, frequently asked questions that we get all the time. Here's the answer to it. Here in the next email could be, here's who our head of school is. We want you to know a little bit about them. And then the next email a couple days later could be, hey, if this is all interested to you, we would love a chance to show you around the school. Can you book an academic consultation with us? Here's our link. And then they book a tour. And so all of this you automate to say, this person's inquiring. Now, what can we give them to keep them warm in this world of saying like, yes, we want them to come in and show interest. Because most schools, guys, they're not doing this at all. So if you're adding a lead generator to your website, you're already going to stand out. And that's what we're wanting you to do in the grand scheme of marketing. We want you to look different and we want you to stand out in a good way. And this is one of those things to do. Hey, I just want to take a really quick break from the podcast to highlight one of our amazing partners and sponsors, ClassReach. If you're a new school administrator or founder and are struggling to keep up with all the hassles of planting a new school, like collecting tuition, communicating with parents, or handling student data, then you need ClassReach. ClassReach is the all-in-one software that helps with everything from admissions and tuition to classroom management and parent communications. Sign up for a free consultation with one of their school specialists and see how ClassReach can help your school grow today. You guys can check them out online, classreach.com. They are a kingdom-minded company, and I love their leadership team there. I've become friends with a lot of them. They truly are a great company. I support them, and I love them, and you guys will love them too. Check them out at classreach.com. Now, back to the show. If you guys haven't done this before, pull up your Google Analytics, which hopefully you have those on your website. It's completely free to add Google Analytics to your site, and look at how much traffic are you getting on your website. So for simple numbers. So let's just say you're getting 100 people to your website a month. Hopefully you're getting more than that, but you might be a startup school. Let's say 100 people a month, but you're only getting 2 calls a month or 2 inquiries a month to your site. Well, what happened to the other 98 people that went to your website? Adding a lead generator will help that number go up, because out of those people, you are going to have people that go, well, let me download that resource, or I'm a little bit more interested. I'm on the fence, but I want to get a little bit more information. And now maybe instead of 98 people leaving, you get 2 more inquiries that month. So you double your inquiries potentially. Again, these are all hypotheticals, guys, because it's different for everybody. But we've seen literally schools just adding this and automatically getting more leads month over month, just adding this resource to their website. And it's, again, we like low-hanging fruit. So something that's really simple, you add it, and then it's just going to help you get leads month after month, year after year, because you can use it for a while. We have some clients who are using the same lead generator for multiple years. You recommend every couple of years updating it. Some schools are like, hey, it's working, we're just going to keep what we have. But it's a way for your website to actually be a lead generation machine instead of just, hey, here's our website, I hope you call us if you're interested. It's being more proactive. And so I do recommend you guys adding some type of lead generator to your site to get somebody's phone number, to get their email. And if you have somebody in charge of admissions for your school, then you say, hey, here's some numbers and emails. Reach out to them personally, because maybe the emails and texts that have gone out, maybe they haven't applied or done anything or enrolled or come in for an academic consultation. Pass it off to somebody to call them personally. But you're naturally going to get more leads doing this than not doing anything at all. So if you guys have questions about that, you can reach out to us through our website, schoolsuccessmakers.com, or like I've pitched before, we have 3 free resources we want to make sure you guys are a part of. And one of them is our community on Facebook. So School Success Makers on Facebook, go join that group. This is where you can ask questions. So if you have questions for myself or anybody on our team or other schools that are a part of our community, ask it in there, and you're going to get some comments and responses that are going to help you become a better school leader or a school in general. So please join that community, because again, I'm personally in there. Would love to see you guys in there as well. And then the other free resources, you're listening to the podcast. So thank you for doing that. We're dropping episodes every single week that are here to make you better every single week. So if you love our content, we'd love a 5-star review. And then last but not least, on our website, in the top right-hand corner of schoolsuccessmakers.com, there's a button for the School Success Report. It's a weekly email we send out to our entire list with different resources we put together and articles that are here to just make you guys better educators and school leaders. So if you're not getting that, please sign up for that. Again, completely free. And we love being able to put that together and send that out to you guys. And if you have any questions, please let us know. But we'll be back here next week for week number 8, the final week of our marketing and enrollment series. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun one. And hopefully, I know you guys are going to learn something from that one. So make sure you tune in next week for that one. And then we'll be back here next week, as usual, on the School Success Podcast. We'll see you then. The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Herzog Foundation.